Yeah, what up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. We working. Oh, hold on, we working. Hey, Pops, brush my hair. We working. Huh? They ain't working like us, you say? Okay. What up, Fight World? It's the kid Ego. Yeah. We back on them. Hey, Pops, brush my hair. The fade is back, man. I got that summer cut. Get a cool cut. If Wilder really wants to fight, he should get a cool cut. See how to get a cool cut on y'all, man. We back live and direct. West Side, baby. Black Superman, what up? We working. Yeah. Back on that ass. Huh? Back in the fade game. Back to give some of y'all lames this fade. Okay. We gonna talk about everything that needs to be talked about in this game. What y'all think? What's what in this boxing game? I'm gonna give you my opinion. Damn. Cass. Can y'all hear me? Loud and clear. Man, YouTube is fucking tripping with these stupid ass notifications. Hold on 1 second. Gotta put this out, man. Man, call me one of the gangs. Yeah. It's lit, man. We working. I'm not gonna do a long stream because I'm about to watch this game. ESPN got some fights. EK Fight News. What's good, man? We here to talk. Man, this shit is getting crazy. But the thing, I feel good about the Army. I feel like new media, we've been on the case calling this thing from the beginning fair. And once again, we will see who has to switch what they've been saying. Shout out to New Orleans, back in here, 504. That 504 shit. We'll get to see who stayed true to what they said and whose arguments started crumbling, right before our eyes. Shout out to Brian. He said, what's good? Man, it's getting crazy. I'm going to wait till the 5-minute mark, and then we're just going to freestyle this. Well, this whole thing's a freestyle. Wait till the 5-minute mark, do a roll call, and then whoever's here is here. If not, you got to catch the replay because there's a lot going on. I got to watch this Warriors game, the top ranked fights, stuff like that. Shout out to Rick. He said we back. AJ not scared. It's his team. But at the end of the day, this is who represents you. So even if he's not as a fighter, this is the team you appointed. So you got to do like Canelo did. When De La Hoya didn't want to make Canelo versus Lara, Canelo stormed in the office. De La Hoya admits this. And he said, make the fucking fight, Oscar. So either way, it falls on Anthony Joshua. Because if you're, listen, people have to understand the role of a promoter. It's just like an actor's agent. The actor's agent, because I used to do acting stuff, but I wasn't like, I didn't start doing movies and shit. But I was really into it, drama and stuff. That's why you see all the impersonations and stuff, because I've taken drama classes, all that my whole life. But the thing is this. In the acting world, I know some people who actually did decent with it. You know what I mean? I know these brothers I used to do these little homemade movies with or whatever. Pause. That sounded really weird. but like acting movies, and they got a movie on Netflix. You know what I mean? But anyway, an actor's agent, they take 10% or whatever. Their goal is to put you in the know. You know what I mean? Oh, Steven Spielberg's in town. He's casting for a new E.T. movie, or they're doing a Minority Report 2 or whatever the fuck, and put you in the direction of that, casting calls and stuff like that. And if you get booked for a job, like let's say the new Jurassic World movie, they're like, oh, we liked his audition, we want Ego in that movie. Then for landing that role, and my casting agent like kind of connecting the dots or whatever, or not my casting agent, my agent connecting the dots, he would get a percentage. So I mean, if you're a fighter and you're not getting what you want and it's making you look bad, then especially maybe on the low scale, like when you have no power, but guys like Canelo, guys like AJ, guys like Conor McGregor, they're money makers for their company. So at the end of the day, you know what I mean, they're gonna have to hear you out. Ego, if the Warriors win, I'll buy your ticket to the Arrow fight, and if Houston wins, you buy mine. No. Why would I take that deal when I get into the fights for free? I don't gotta buy shit. I get a free entrance to the fight. So I'm not, that deal doesn't even make sense. Anyway, yeah, I don't pay for fights. So that doesn't even make sense for me to take that deal. But anyway, yeah, so AJ, whether you guys feel he wants to fight and Eddie doesn't, or Barry Hearns or something, it's still his career. You know what I mean? You got to get the fights that you're wanting, especially if in the interim you feel it's making you look bad by not taking the fight. Make sure when you come in, you smash the like button. Free entrance. Oh, y'all thought I paid for tickets for all these fights? Hell no. I pay for, I mean, trust me, it costs money. Like, cause I have to pay for hotels for 5 days at a time and flights. But I don't pay tickets to go to the fight. I mean, that's media. Whether they like it or not, I'm media. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's that. But anyway, Joshua Wilder. I did some videos about it. Now I'm live, so we could talk about it. See different opinions or whatever. My standpoint is this, like I said in the video, and I'm just gonna re-elaborate. Oh shit, we gotta do the roll call. City, state, zip. Let's do that roll call. Hold on. City, state, zip. Let's get it cracking. Hold on. Let's do a quick roll call because I was ready to get into the content before the game gets too deep into it. All right. City, state, zip. Where you guys from? The chat has paused. Can you guys hear me? Shout out to Tucson, 85730. East LA, 323, California. Waterford, UK. Let me know where you guys are from. Philly, Amsterdam, Netherlands. Providence, Rhode Island, 401. That's it? Hull, UK. All right, listen, I'm about to get into it because I'm about to watch this game. And there's some fights I want to see on ESPN. So, Alexander Povetkin's promoter, Ryabinski, World of Boxing, he just tweeted out a statement and an update for the fans. He says, Povetkin's the mandatory we know for Anthony Joshua's WBA. He basically said that we offered a nice offer to Eddie Hearn to secure that fight. Povetkin's people, his promoter, World of Boxing, is trying to bring the fight to Russia. right? They want it in Russia, just like they wanted the Wilder fight in Russia. No biggie. If you got the money and you're trying to put up and you're trying to take care of the promotion. Now, the only challenge for Joshua's credibility is this. If Joshua takes a Povetkin fight in Russia, then that means we already know what time it is. Because why would you be willing to take a fight in Russia, which is technically Asia? It borders Europe and Asia. I don't think Russia claims either Asia, but it's extremely close to the continent of Asia, right? So if you're basically, in my opinion, you're basically leaving Europe at that point if you're fighting in Russia. Is anyone else's screen lagging? What's going on? Is that hold on. Y'all have an issue? Oh shit, Airshow Sports ain't playing with y'all. Oh shit, Airshow Sports brought up another good point. Wow. See, that's the thing with Eagle Army, man. We real boxing fans. He says, why is AJ honoring the WBA mandatory for Povetkin but not Luis King Kong Ortiz when he was the mandatory? Question mark. See, that's what I'm saying. That's why you got to be mindful of what you say in this game and like how you move and stuff, because that's a good point. And at one point, Matchroom had acquired Luis King Kong Ortiz, so that would have been an easier fight to make because it would have been an in-house fight at the time. You know what I'm saying? So that's a very solid question. But beyond that, it is what it is. Luis Ortiz got stopped. He got dropped from the rankings after the WBC failed drug test for the blood pressure medicine or whatever. WBA dropped him, so he's no longer the mandatory. However, Povetkin is now the mandatory. So if Joshua goes over to Russia, which is basically Asia, for less than $50 million, then that proves that he did not want to fight Wilder next. Period. How can you make that make any other sense? You got offered $50 million plus 50% of the back end to fight a fight that we all believe is going to be worth a lot of money. Maybe $100 million or more. Maybe. You know what I'm saying? We just have to see how we promote it and stuff like that. Right? And you didn't want to travel to America to collect that $50 million. So if you go to basically Asia, right, to go to Russia for less than $50 million to fight a mandatory, not a champion, a guy who Klitschko already beat, a guy you beat, then you clearly didn't want no smoke with Wilder. There's literally, at this point, I've told you, the walls of all these situations in boxing are closing in, and they're rapidly closing in. And there's really nothing that I can think of that would justify that. So, for all the detractors, y'all better hope that AJ doesn't fight Povetkin in Russia. You should really hope that he chooses Wilder next. That's the best possible situation. That's the best possible situation. Fight Wilder next in September, right? You said you want to fight him. You're not worried about Povetkin. Because anything else just doesn't simply make sense. It doesn't. It does not make sense. There's no way you can justify using what's already been put out there to the public. There's no way you could justify taking Rubinsky's offer to fight your mandatory in Russia, right? So you're going to go to hostile enemy territory for Povetkin, who's a non-champion, to satisfy a mandatory for less than $50 million. See, this is just, I'll admit this is speculation, but I think it's a very strong speculation that World of Boxing has not provided $50 million for Joshua Povetkin. I think because for them to do that, then that means they've already announced that $50 million will be the largest guarantee in heavyweight history for any heavyweight. So if the Russians came together and put together that type of guarantee for Joshua, then that's unheard of, because they only put together $7 million for Povetkin versus Wilder when that was supposed to happen. Right? So at the end of the day, unless you're getting more than $50 million, then if you go over to Russia to fight Povetkin, then we already know what it is. Point blank, period. You simply did not want to fight Wilder next. Because your whole justification for not coming to America, like Eddie Murphy and Simi, is you earned it, and you wanted to give it to your fans and have the big mega fights in your backyard. So by going to Russia, that excuse or that logic is no longer valid. How can you say I'm not? And this is why you have to watch what you say and remain consistent. Okay. Once again, hey, man, let's put some money up. Anybody put some super chats up, I'm gonna match this dude. Box Lobby about to get wrecked. No, don't. Fuck. Shooters, stand down. Unblock him. Resurrect him. Because I'm about to give him, he about to get that work in the hot seat. Period. I know what he said was out of pocket, but I'm going to make him into an example. Unblock him. Box Lobby says, Ego, you a bitch ass Wilder cum guzzler. Explain. Explain what I've stated that you disagree with. You have up to 3 responses, and if it's some dumb shit, then you might get blocked sooner. No, I understand Kennedy because he said something that was super out of pocket. Box Lobby, you are in the hot seat. Show your face, stop ducking the fade, and come into the hot seat. It says, Ego, you a bitch ass Wilder cum guzzler. Explain. Always some homoerotic fetish shit. He does deserve to explain because this is entertainment for everybody. We get to sit back and laugh and keep winning, keep collecting W's, keep collecting scalps. Where is he at? Where is the man fan of the year? Explain your standpoint. Explain what you disagree with. It doesn't matter if it's extreme. The hot seat's extreme. I'm built for this. Where are you at? Your name is Box Lobby. Why are you avoiding the hot seat? See, that's what they do. They're so used. It's like they're pre-programmed to do these flybys, right? These drive-by comments. Oh, Ego's gay for Wilder. Cum guzzler. But nobody believes you anymore because you can't even explain what the fuck you talking about. See, I get on here and I tell you my standpoint and I show you proof. I state facts. I give you links. All they say is some childish bullshit rhetoric. All right, Kennedy Linder, count to 15 and count them down because we're not waiting all day. Box, whatever, we're going to put you in a box. Box Lobby, we're going to put Lobby in a box, right? You've been unbanned and you're still ducking the fade. So please respond before you're counted out. Kennedy Linder is on your ass. Pause. Please respond. How am I the Wilder cum guzzler and what do you disagree with? Eva said he's ducking harder than AJ. Guitar says, come on, Box, say something. Box Lobby wanted no smoke. See, that's what I'm saying. Nobody believes you. They just want to say these comments. They want to disrupt the stream, say these comments, knowing they got nothing for the hot seat. Well, shooters, 15 seconds is about up. We gave him a long ass count, and he still ain't with it. So Box Lobby, it's been real. Shooters, handle that. His name is Box Lobby. See how easy this is for me? Do you see any sweat on me? You don't see any sweat. This doesn't require any sweating. I'm not like, oh shit, he puzzled me and stumped me with the good question. It's just dumb shit. So I'm going to just revert back to what I was saying. Bottom line, if Joshua goes to Russia to fight Povetkin, enemy territory, hostile territory, his foe's territory, a challenger, non-champion's territory, to collect less than $50 million for a Povetkin-Joshua fight, which I do believe it will be less. I do believe that they offered less than $50 million for that fight, World of Boxing, right? Then he officially didn't want no smoke with Joshua. I mean, with Wilder. That's it. There's no other way to explain it. And if there is, please tell me in the comment section. How can you explain saying, I don't want to go to America for $50 million, and then your only reasoning, because you didn't expect $50 million to be offered to you and present, the only reason that they've cited or AJ protectors have cited was that, oh, he wants to stay at home. He's earned the right. He's the A side. So if you've earned the right, why would you fight a guy who failed 2 drug tests at home? It's it. It's checkmate. It is game over. So you would rather fight a guy who's an Olympic gold medalist, Wilder's only an Olympic bronze medalist, a guy who failed 2 drug tests in 2016, get less than $50 million to travel, because most likely, unless the World of Boxing has created a deal that beats the Al Heyman Team Wilder's deal, and a guy who is a challenger, not a champion, a guy who's lost to Klitschko, a guy you beat, whereas Wilder's undefeated. If you do all that and go to Russia to fight him, which you can't say, oh, it's his mandatory, because mandatories will be trumped, and Eddie Hearn attested to this. Mandatory would be trumped by unification, right? You can't justify that. You can't justify all these circumstances, what's been said. You can't justify him going in. Oh, it'll be a good fight. So will Wilder Joshua. So there's literally no justification that I can think of that would excuse what's been said and the reason it's been said for Joshua to go fight his mandatory for less money in Russia. So if he does fight Povetkin, that would be horrible for him to travel to Russia, and he's gonna make more money if he travels to Russia, because the Russians have money, and I'm guaranteeing you this, they've offered a better deal if Joshua travels. I mean, that's just common sense. Why would they offer the same deal? It's just like Wilder Joshua. Why would they offer the same deal if he comes to Russia or if he doesn't come to Russia? Obviously, they'd be willing to pay more money for the home field advantage. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, we got to see. Maybe Joshua says, and Eddie Hearn get it together and they say, Wilder's next, and they announce it. I don't know what's going to happen next. However, what I do know is it's on and cracking. And it's all lies on Team Joshua, what they decide to do, period. So hopefully they make the right call. And we just have to wait and see what they decide. But again, it's just so much has been said. You said you'll go to America for Gerald Miller, or your promoter said on behalf of you, but then you don't want to go fight Wilder in America. You know what I'm saying? If you're willing to fight Povetkin, a challenger who's been lost, who's been stopped, well, he didn't get stopped, but he lost before, but you're not willing to fight an undefeated champion in his home turf, that goes to show you something. That has to show you something. That has to show you that they're more confident fighting Povetkin in his home turf than they are Wilder, period. Hey, block Ron Jeremy. I'm sick of the repeat desperate comments. Bro, Wilder doesn't want to go to Oscar De La Hoya. So why would we be talking about him? Why would we be talking about it? Oscar's been reaching to try to sign Eddie Hearn. To try to find Errol Spence and sign him and Deontay Wilder, and we haven't heard him break any ground. So it's a non-issue until Wilder comes out and starts doing interviews. Hey, anybody got Oscar's phone number? I'm trying to go back with him. You keep talking about Oscar. Are you Oscar? Because that's all you keep talking about is Oscar. Get him out of here. Fake ass Ron Jeremy. You ain't no porn star. Once again, back to what we were saying. If Joshua goes over to Russia, where he's going to get the max dollar for fighting Povetkin, as opposed to if Povetkin goes over to the UK. Because why would World of Boxing offer the same deal whether it's in Russia or UK? Of course they're going to offer the maximum amount of money if the champion comes to their turf, because that gives them some type of leverage or whatever, or home court advantage. Period. So it's going to be real interesting to see what Team Joshua decides to do next. Shout out to South Carolina. I was just out there. It is what it is. So hopefully Joshua fights Wilder next. If he decides to fight Povetkin, it's going to look extremely contradictory to what's been said if he fights Povetkin in Russia. And if he is going to fight Povetkin, he's going to make more money fighting Povetkin in Russia. So it would be worth his while to fight him in Russia. But it's going to shed light on the real situation with Joshua Wilder. Period. Because you can't... I'm going to give you guys one more opportunity to make that make sense. Explain why you would take less than $50 million to go to Russia to fight Povetkin, a mandatory who is not a champion, but you would not take more money to fight an undefeated champion, Deontay Wilder, in America. If you're willing to travel, you're willing to travel. Period. So, somebody make it make sense. Please. Listen, you guys say, oh, you're biased. If I'm so biased, I'm not biased. I'm willing to listen to another standpoint, but you got to make something factual that makes sense. I'm biased. I'm giving you guys another opportunity to tell me how that makes sense. Please do. Enlighten me. Enlighten me how, with everything that Team Joshua has said, how they could accept a deal in Russia to fight a non-champion in Povetkin. I'm willing to hear the other side. This should be good, because I know you motherfuckers are gonna have to reach and make some bullshit up or not speak facts or whatever. But if you got something, let's hear it. I'm ready. Listen, I'm gonna give you guys I'm gonna give you another minute. It's 27:30. I'll give you till 28:30. 1 minute. I won't say anything. We'll just vibe out and let me know. Because I'm Mr. Bias. So please explain how Joshua could potentially travel to Russia if he does take that deal. Travel to Russia for Povetkin, a non-champion who's lost before, but not travel to America for more money to fight an undefeated champion. 30 more seconds. Please enlighten me. Because I'm so biased. And I'm the hater of the year. So make that make sense to me. BFTB Boxing says, Ego, here's the excuse. I'm waiting. Six more seconds. I can explain it. He wants to test out the game plan for Wilder, then fight the real champ. That's literally a horrible explanation. And because he says he wants to fight Wilder next, so why did that already contradict? Either way, that's what I'm saying. You motherfuckers is trapped. Either way, that's a contradiction to something that has been said from Team Joshua. Oh, he wants to test out Povetkin. But he's saying he doesn't want to fight Povetkin. He says he wants to fight against Wilder next, and he's not really checking for Povetkin. So you telling me some shit that he's not saying. You guys are trapped. There's nothing you could do other than put your head down and go in the corner and take a nap. That's the only thing you could do. And just know Ego's Army did this to you. That's the only thing you could do. Put your head down on the desk and rest. Just rest a little bit. Because either way, you guys are making up shit that doesn't make sense. Joshua said in an interview, he had a do-rag on, a black... See, I could tell you specifics. He had a black do-rag on. He was sitting in the passenger seat of a car. And he said that he doesn't want the Povetkin fight next. So he said he would rather fight Wilder. So I get it. Business, sometimes you don't always get what you want. Maybe the Wilder fight can't get negotiated. But that's what he said. He's the one that said he doesn't want to fight Povetkin. So now you're telling me something opposite what he said. You're telling me, hey, I can make it make sense. He wants to fight Povetkin to test the waters before fighting a champion. That's not what he said, though. So that's what you're saying. You just made that up. Walls are closing in. All right, we got another hot seat. Benjamin Santa Cruz. Step right up. Ego biased. What do you disagree with? Benjamin Santa Cruz said ego biased. Okay, what do you disagree with? I'm waiting. Let me know. Let me know what you disagree with. That puts me into a category of being biased. Santa Cruz, come on. Come on, Benjamin. See, do you see how they always blame it on me? I'm telling you what they said, and it's my fault. It's always my fault. So, I can't wait for this. Come on, Benjamin. You gotta do something, Benjamin. Biased because they don't want to digest the truth? I don't know. Santa Cruz, the same racist that was on another channel bashing you, Ego. Well, now he's about to get bashed, so he can be on whatever channel he wants. And I don't know why the fuck you go to other channels bashing me. What is that going to do? What is another channel comments going to do to me? You know what I'm saying? That's sounds like a personal problem. Benjamin Santa Cruz says, I replied. Okay, let me go up. You a Walmart version of Drake and always praising black fighters. Strike one. Duppy freestyle. I'm a Walmart version of Drake. It has nothing to do with anything. Strike one. What else you got, Benjamin? I'm just gonna sip this H2O while you get it together. What else? I'm great value Drake. Yeah, he killed Push with that Duppy. These are two black fighters, you idiot. Really? Exactly. Great point from Tony. I only praise black fighters, but in this equation, we're talking about two black fighters. You know what? Hey, I'm gonna let y'all help out with the hot seats. That sounds fun, cause I don't want. Why should I get all the action? Tony S just gave you strike two, cause that's a damn good point. He said they both black. So how is that? What are you talking about? Praising black fighters bullshit. Tony S, an Ego Army member, an Ego Army soldier, just gave you strike two. You only got one more, my G. You just got a second strike from a fucking Ego Army soldier. They clapped you. Strike two. Come on, Benjamin. Benjamin got one more response. I gave him strike one, and you got strike two from my dude Tony. Hey, Tony S. Tony Stark hit you. He hit you with that iron, man. Bars. Hey, Tony S. That's Tony Stark. He hit you with that spark, that Iron Man. It made it get real dark. Hey, bars. Where he at? Where's Benjamin punk ass at? Wake your punk ass up and hurrah. You getting clapped. And the longer you wait, you know what? I'm gonna start calling on people to give you an additional strike. Y'all got any additional strikes for him? Okay, hold on. He responded. Wow, you can't read, Ego. I said you always praising black fighters. But what does that have to do with what we're talking about? Strike three. Shooters, clap him. His name is Benjamin Santa Cruz. That had nothing to do with what we're talking about. You saying I'm only praising black fighters, but we're talking about two black fighters. So you're bringing up something that's... The black channels, they just like blacks. The black channel, all that dumb shit, it's over for you. It's over for the dumb shit. Shout out to Kennedy Linda. Kennedy lended you that bullet. Shot your dumb ass about the stream. Get up out of here. Shout out to the super chat BFTB Boxing, $5 super chat. Anthony Johnson will use the he wants undisputed in the UK excuse, but he's willing to fight anybody else on earth anywhere. The Black Channel. Listen. Hey, the walls are closing in for all the dumb shit in boxing. I told you we was on a mission. The Ego's army is getting stronger. Please smash the like button. You know what I mean? Support real boxing talk. You know what I mean? It is what it is. These dudes can't even argue right anymore. That's how you know we came in the game crushing shit. New media, Ego's army, that's how you know we came through and slaughtered shit. They don't even know how to argue. The dude's in the hot seat to talk about this Joshua Wilder shit. He's talking about, you only praise black fighters. They both black. What does that have to do with the argument we're talking about that put you in the hot seat? You said Ego's biased. Get out of here. Nobody believes you. You need more people. Shout out to the army, man. From the bottom of my heart, I appreciate y'all. I told y'all that I got y'all, and I was going to do my best to put out my best. And like I said, I've been told y'all, I'm your favorite YouTuber's favorite YouTuber. Don't get it twisted. Motherfuckers hate on me, but steal from me. How you gonna battle me with a style that I made up? Word to Cassidy. So, once again, I'm not worried about it. I wish Joshua the best. I can't wait to see what he decides next. That's it. That's it. But if he goes over to Russia to fight Povetkin for any amount of money under the 50 million, then that is cold hard proof, as much proof as it's gonna be, aside from this is the thing with boxing fans. Some of y'all are so like, I guess call yourself being prideful, that you know what it is and you know what it's not. It's like a guy can have all this forensic evidence against him. You can see you found the murder weapon in his car. You found droplets of blood in his car. They found fingerprints in the house where he committed the crime, and they have all of this tying this guy into the murder. And but he didn't confess. That's the level of maturity and ignorance that we have in boxing, is because the guy won't confess and actually say, I murdered those people in that house. They're like, oh, despite everything else that we found, he's not the killer. It doesn't work like that. You know what I mean? Because it's boxing. People are prideful, promoters, fighter, whatever. Nobody's just outright, oh, he beat my ass. Oh, I'm ducking that. Nobody's going to say that. But it is what it is. You got to look at what's being said, what's been said. And like I said, the walls are closing in. And we'll see who stays true to what they've been saying, period. BFTB Boxing, $5 super chat. Shmoney gang. Let's be honest. I know the reason why Anthony Johnson won't fight Wilder. Fear. Shout out to you for the super chat. There's another comment from DeAndre Carey. Ego, it's the fact that you talk about black athletes that get these idiots, bigots, racists, and decaf so angry. You simply can't promote anyone with melon publicly. Shaking my head. I know. I've been in the game long enough. I know how it goes. Listen, if I did 20 videos talking about Lomachenko is shitting on Muhammad Ali, you think these same idiots would be like, you're biased? They'd be like, no, because I would be their puppet, because I wouldn't be being myself, and I would give the credit to the fighters, only the fighters. That's the strong point. It's not that I don't give other people credit, but they want you to give credit to the fighters they want you to give credit to, and only them. You know what I mean? I could tell you what Lomachenko does great. I could tell you what Golovkin does great. But the moment I start praising Terrence Crawford or Deontay Wilder, they wait, they're not on the list. You know what I mean? And they start looking at the clipboard. These niggers aren't on the list. We didn't say anything about praising Deontay Wilder. He's still Windmill Wilder. He's still Bum Squad. These niggers aren't on the list. Errol Spence, Jamal Charlo. That sounds like a black name. He's not on the list. Jermel and Jamal. If we let Jermel and Jamal in, then what's next? DeAndre? Daquan? Like, I know how this fucking game goes. I am the game. Motherfuckers checking the clipboard to see if they're on the list of. So I praise who the fuck I want. I say what the fuck I want. I do what the fuck I want. I go where I want. I'm talking about he ain't on the list. If Terrence Crawford, and see, this is the thing about me. I don't care where you're from. I give praise to, like, I just did a video yesterday, and I don't have to prove this to you. I'm just telling you what it is. I just did a video. I didn't even feel like recording a video. I didn't feel like just me, like, you know what I mean, person to adult to adult. I didn't feel like doing any more videos. I've already hit my quotas. I've already put a ton of videos out. But I even said it in the video. You know what? Let me go ahead and make this a Nui video because I want people to check for him. And I respect his fight game. Right? So I did a Nui video. I don't give a fuck. He's from Japan. I don't even know if he speaks English or anything. But he's a good fighter. So I want people to check for him. Period. That's how I am. You know what I mean? These motherfuckers keep coming, oh, the black channel, they just want to talk about black fight. I gave David Benavidez his props. I interviewed David Benavidez for y'all. I went to Loma. I was tired from the Broner Vargas. I flew to the Bay for one day, came back for one day and then flew back out, spent money for hotels and a rent-a-car to go to Lomachenko's media day in Oxnard, and he barely even stayed there. And I didn't trip because I did that for y'all. But I only like black fighters. Like, shut the fuck up. Period. You know what I mean? They don't care because, once again, it's not about that I didn't do these things for non-black fighters. It's about I do things for black fighters too. Like, I'm not afraid to include them in the list of people you should be checking for. That's what the problem is. You know what I'm saying? They don't, that's the thing with the true racists, is they don't even care. They don't care if you did 1 million videos praising Golovkin. The moment you aren't praising, like, hey, wait a minute, you're fighting Vanes? Really? Or you don't want to take the same deal versus Canelo? Hey, now I'm racist. Because I'm like, hey, that doesn't make sense to me. Why can't you take the same deal you were going to take back in May? What's changed? You know what I mean? So I'm Ego Veli. As far as I'm concerned, fuck him. I don't care. I don't care. Don't watch my shit. I don't care. I work too hard. Somebody will like it. And if nobody doesn't, then fuck it. I guess I'll be talking in a room to my motherfucking self. Period. So it's going to be one of those options. I'm going to keep being me and keep doing me. If you like it, then like it. Love it. If you don't, then I'm sorry. I'm sure there's a channel out there for you. But I'm not going to tuck my tail in. And I have this thing called a backbone. So I'm not going to just say what you want. The walls are closing down Golovkin. Period. If that makes you mad, Abel mad, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to make anyone mad. Joshua should fight Wilder. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to make anyone mad. This is how I feel. Keith Thurman, I don't know what's up with Keith. Great fighter. I don't know. It's not my fault. I'm sorry. I'm not. See, people are so easily swayed that they know that they could get on certain channels and criticize the host, and if you don't have tough skin, you're gonna fold. You're gonna be like, oh, god damn it. They think I'm racist. I don't give a fuck. If you think I'm racist, fine. You never kicked it with me. You never had a conversation with me outside, you know what I mean, on a one-on-one thing. So if that's what you feel, I ain't nothing in my whole G files. That's why I'm secure about this. I don't care. Like, I've dated every race. You know what I'm saying? I live with my longest relationship. Not that this is any of y'all business. She was blonde hair, blue eyes. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Bree. I miss you. But yeah, you know what I mean? So like, whatever. If you feel I'm racist, fine. Fuck it. It is what it is. I've dated every race. I've showed love to every race. You know what I'm saying? So that is what it is. But this is how I know they don't believe what they say anyway. Is because they keep coming back. If I'm this known tyrant and racist and all this extra shit, why are you coming back? Why would you want to continually on a day-to-day basis tune into my news coverage, tune into my interviews with fighters, tune into my footage of the weigh-in or whatever, tune into my first look tail of the tape? Why do people copy from what the fuck we doing over here? You know what I mean? Why are you coming to get your news updates from me? Why are you following me on Instagram and Twitter? You know what I mean? Why are you in my DMs telling me how stupid I am? That's how you know, man. So at the end of the day, hey Pops, brush my hair. I don't give a fuck what y'all talking about. Yep. I'll be on some AB shit. Brush my hair. That's what I'm saying. So at the end of the day, nobody, like, that's what it's come to in the game, is like, if you say anything, if it's factual, you're a hater. They don't care. They don't care if it makes sense, if you're supporting it, if you're linking to it, because they're too lazy. They're too lazy. They probably don't even, people get mad at, I've seen people get mad at videos. I hit publish, and within 5-10 seconds, it has a dislike on it. How do I have a dislike on an 18-minute video within 5-10 seconds? You didn't even watch the video. So, you know, I know where that energy's coming from. I know where that energy's coming from. So it's easy. It's easy for me to dismiss it. Y'all know y'all love ego. That's why y'all here. Fuck y'all. Yeah, man. I got that John B. I got that John B fade back, man. Smash the like button. But yeah, so I mean, I'm not worried about it. The black channel, whatever. I give credit where credit's due. And if you can't see that, then it is what it is. I give credit where credit's due. If you can't see that, that's on you. Bars. So, yeah, Joshua got to do something, baby. And see, this is the thing I never understood. People like the dude just came in that got blocked. Oh, you only praise black fighters. But I'm talking about Joshua, who's black, and Wilder, who's black. And I'm saying they should fight each other. I'm not saying that the black guy should fight Tyson Fury. They should, if anything, Tyson Fury, he's vulnerable because he hasn't fought in 2.5 years. I'm not sicking the black guy on Tyson Fury and saying that's the direction they should go. I'm saying the hardest fight for them right now, based on momentum and everything, they should fight each other. The Rockets are winning. Wow. I'm about to go watch this game. This is fucked up. Oh, they ain't rattling me. I don't give a fuck. I'm just telling y'all what it is. Like, I'm just a candid person. Oh, they're only up by 7. That ain't shit. Y'all made it sound like they was destroying. Like, the black channel, they just like the Warriors. They like the Warriors and the Rockets. I call the game how I see it. If you don't like that, like I said, there's a channel out there for you. Find it. Wilder did an interview with Fight Hub TV. He said, I ain't signing to DAZN. And he said Eddie Hearns gonna struggle. He said, I'm not throwing dirt on his name or trying to run his name through the mud or whatever. And he says that the reason he's gonna have trouble is because people see my fight with Joshua, the lies, the inconsistencies, the taking things back. He says, what American fighters are going to want to sign if they don't believe in Eddie Hearns' character, right? And then they said, oh, what about you? Eddie Hearns offered to sign you, or said he wants to sign you. Would you sign him, or would you sign to him? And he said, absolutely not, or something close to that. So that's at least the third person from Al Heyman's side that has publicly rejected a Eddie Hearns DAZN offer. I'm telling you, it's not as easy as you think to conquer another market. You know what I mean? You have Broner, who's like, nah, man, Al Heyman, my boy, Al's boy. You know, he made light of the situation. Like, I'm loyal to Showtime and Al. Eddie Hearns, you a cool guy, but fuck that offer. That, you know what I mean? That's basically what he said. That's a slave deal. Then you have Wilder, who's publicly on camera, comfortable saying. So, like, listen, this is what makes them mad. The black channel, they just like Al. They like Al. But listen, why are the fighters being so loyal to Al Heyman? Let the other YouTube channels, the old media, and all the people who say the opposite of the shit I'm saying, let them tell it. PBC is a farce. PBC doesn't get it. Al Heyman sucks. The black channels, you know what I mean? They ran out of money, all this stuff. They ran out of money. PBC's a farce. They're cherry pick, mismatch, all the cancer of boxing. Why are the fighters not jumping ship the soonest Eddie Hearn dropped his $1 billion deal? Why has no major fighter with momentum, undefeated or anything, been announced for DAZN? Why are they staying true to Al Heyman? Why is Broner saying my loyalties with Al Heyman? So I just want to know the answer to that. So I don't think he could be as bad as what some of them are making him out to be. Because if he is, then why is Wilder saying that he's not signing to DAZN? Why wouldn't he be like, oh, I'm getting my money? Like I said, the walls are closing in on all that dumb shit y'all been talking about. They say I'm biased, or I don't know what I'm talking about, but they're never there. Listen, I'm everywhere. You ain't never there. These dudes, I don't be seeing them at the fights. Why are you not at the fight? You should be winning right now. You know what I'm saying? They clout chasers. They clout chasing. You know what I mean? You should be at all the fights. You saying all the jumping, slamming and shit. Everybody should be fucking with you. I don't know jack shit and you know everything. So you should be, whoa, you should be the man in the game. You should be Carlito's Way, right? You should be at the fights. You should be able to travel like I travel and meet people. You should be having people trying to take pictures with you. All the shit that I go through when I go to fights. That should be your life. But it's not. Gotta tell you something. You know what I mean? People quick to name drop what I'm doing or what 78's doing. But guess what? We all doing a lot better than you. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? The game is so fucked up, man. The game is so fucked up. You got people who they care more about what the next person is doing. Worry about you. Worry about your brand. These other channels who are confident in the message, they're doing well. But the people who are worried about me and other people and other channels and what other channels are doing constantly and put it in their titles and stuff. Listen, motherfucker says, what fight you been to this year, Ego, so far? Motherfucker, I'm Boxingego. You clearly don't watch the channel if you have to ask yourself. Because when I'm at the fights, y'all know I'm at the fights because I have footage from the fights. I was at Triple G Vanes Matarosen. I was at Broner versus Vargas. I went to a fight in South Carolina. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Obviously, you don't watch the channel. So, if you want to know what fights that I've covered, then go to the channel and watch the fight. You motherfucker talk about, what fights have you covered? Click Boxingego. You'll see what fights I cover. Follow me on Instagram. I'm Young Credentials. I run boxing. Motherfucker talk about what fight you covered. What? I am coverage. I am boxing, motherfucker. What fight you cover? What fight you cover, motherfucker? Hey. Can't be too good, guys. I chose to be the best. I'm new to the channel. I was asking out of curiosity. But see, listen, this is what's wrong with like the millennial generation. You can answer your own question by looking at the content. If you're new to the channel, then you could go just do your homework. What fights have you covered? You can answer that. All you have to do is search. You can search fights or whatever, and you can find out. But at the end of the day, I've covered more fights this year than you have. That's what I do know. You talking about what fights you covered. Like, that sounds like you trying to be funny. If you trying to be funny, then I guess I'm Kevin Hart. We gonna be funny. Smash the like button. What fights you covered? What fights you covered? Are you worried about what I cover? I go to whatever fight I want. And I'm gonna make it up to y'all. I'm gonna make it up to y'all. Cause look, I'm gonna make this one up to y'all. I got approved for Errol Spence, Lamont Peterson, but I was sick, so I didn't go to that one. So I'm gonna make that up to y'all. I'm gonna make that one up to y'all, cause that's one that got away, cause I wasn't feeling good, and normally that doesn't happen. Go to states getting spanked, but I'm gonna make that Spence Peterson, cause I got approved for that one too, cause I'm young credentials. So I'm gonna make that one up, cause I couldn't go to that one. I wasn't feeling good in January, but I'm feeling great right now. Golden West getting spanked. What's the score? I could have been in the Fresno fights tonight, but I'm going wine tasting tomorrow. They losing by 10? Fuck. What quarter? Oh, it's only halftime this time. I'm gonna go watch the rest of the game. Wilder said he doesn't want no parts of DAZN, basically. He said he's not signing. He got his own shit coming, so probably Bomb Squad Promotions or something like that. He said also, based on Eddie Hearns' character, why would he sign? This is a quote, or the information is from an interview from Fight Hub. Check it out. I made a video about it too. Check it out. So Eddie Hearns, like I told you, Eddie Hearns, I think it's easy to start something new and be very ambitious, but reality sets in. And to me, the reality of it is you partnered with a company that's not established in America. So that's an uphill battle. And then getting your stable up. See, Al Heyman, people criticize little thing. Oh, I would have did this different if I was Al Heyman. I would have did this. But the thing you don't understand is he has a massive stable. That is why he's able to do a lot of things. Like, listen, this is no shade. I have a working relationship, a professional relationship with all these promoters. You know what I mean? And I usually know people from everyone. But the reason why Al Heyman could do double, triple, quadruple header cards where you know all the people on those 3 to 4 fights is because of his stable. He has such a big stable, a vast stable, he could load them up like that. Most people don't. Like, for example, when's the last time Kell Brook had a major fight and Anthony Joshua had a major fight on the same card? Explain that. Like Kell Brook versus Errol Spence and Joshua versus Parker. Something like that. Or even Anthony Joshua versus Dominic Breazeale, and then Kell Brook versus Errol Spence. Ego, would you credit Floyd Mayweather's success to Al Heyman or Bob Arum? I would credit it to Floyd Mayweather, but then beyond that, I would say more Al Heyman. Yes, he started with Bob Arum in Top Rank, but see, Floyd, listen, Top Rank, what did he made more money after he left Top Rank? So that's an easy question. How could you give more credit to Bob Arum? You could give him credit for putting him on, but he made more money after he left. Okay, I'm going to talk a little longer if it's only halftime. He made more money after he left Top Rank and left Bob Arum. So clearly, when he teamed up with Al Heyman, you got to give them more credit because that's where his revenue and his stardom went through the roof. It wasn't when he was with Top Rank. Same thing with, I'm just going to be honest. Top Rank, they do a very good job of promotion. They have a strict schedule and they do a good job of promoting. I went to their events. It's always been professional. But one thing they can improve on is the marketing of their black fighters. They're the black channels, right? For example, Lomachenko, we're hearing more and more about him. He's on ESPN. He's at Madison Square. But you look at Crawford Horn, his fight has been all over the place. It was supposed to be in Vegas. Then they said they were going to New York with it. Then it was back in Vegas. Then I guess Crawford got injured, right? Now, what promotion have you heard for Crawford Horn? I've promoted the fight, in my opinion. I've done more videos about Terrence Crawford and or Jeff Horn, things they've said, what shape Crawford's in. I've done more of that than I feel that I've seen from Top Rank. It's a good fight, but where's the promotion? Where is the promotion for Crawford Horn? That's a good fight. The Horn ain't no he's not the most technical, but he ain't no just guy you could easily move up and necessarily just, unless you're skilled like Crawford, easily just run through. He got power, he's durable, he showed you that. But where's the promotion for that? You know what I'm saying? What have you heard? Like, listen, what have you watched? Name a special. Name link a post where it's like, oh, check out for this. And we got Crawford footage of him running up the mountains of Colorado. What is the promotion behind that? Even Horn. Where the fuck is Horn? I don't know you beat, I don't know you lost to. I ain't seen nothing from Horn. Like, in terms of like footage. Get one of these videographers from Australia or wherever the fuck he's at to film some shit so I can see what's going on. Like, you got to build these fights up. That's just what it is. I haven't really seen anything, and it don't make sense. The fight's 2 weeks away. It don't make sense to wait. It's 2 weeks, literally 2 weeks away. So if it's 2 weeks away, when you gonna drop it? So even if they shot something with Crawford, when is that coming out? You know what I mean? Like, you waiting awfully close to the fight. You got to let it build up. You know what I mean? People aren't going to forget. If you dropped it, let's say 4 weeks before the fight, people aren't going to forget about the promo. So, I mean, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, when we talk about Floyd, he was self-made. He did better when he left Top Rank, to be honest. So that's one thing, in my opinion. Top Rank's a good promoter, but they need to work on that, like marketing of their black talent, their African American talent. I ain't heard much about the Crawford Horn. It's a good fight. I would promote the hell out of it. Did y'all hear more about Crawford Horn or Jorge Linares Lomachenko? What had more sound bites and footage and whatever promotion behind it? And the other thing is like major headlines. Like you leave a headline like Lomachenko's, he's better than Muhammad Ali. That's a hell of a headline. You read that, you're like, I gotta read. Who's this guy? Who's this like, not me, because I obviously know who Lomachenko is, but I'm saying if you're just on Twitter and you've seen like trending topics or something, and one says Lomachenko, boxer from Ukraine, better than Muhammad Ali, you'd be like, oh, whoa, let me check this guy out. I don't see Crawford better than Floyd or better than Muhammad Ali and Pacquiao and this type of promotion. I haven't seen him say nothing like that. You know what I mean? First undisputed guy since Jermaine Taylor about to fight the guy that beat Pacquiao. That's a good headline, but I ain't seen headlines like that. So I think they should work on that aspect of the promo game. And Lomachenko has a loss. He's good, but he has a loss. Terrence Crawford, you could easily market that 0, just like Floyd did. But I haven't really seen that. Loma better than Superman. Stop hating, ego. Yeah. So, cold game. You gotta get in, get out. Worry about yourself. Promote yourself too. Like, not saying you have to do everything promotional wise, but that's why Broner, he helps it. He creates his own promotion. You don't wait for Showtime or whoever, Al Heyman, to tell him what to do. He creates the buzz. I'm a beef with Tekashi 6ix9ine. You know what I mean? So he's a hell of a promoter. So some of these guys might have to step it up regarding that type of shit. Why would Lomachenko fight Anthony Corolla? Didn't he lose to Linares? I don't like that fight. I'd rather see Ray Beltran. See, that Linares dropping him, maybe that had the psychological impact, because Beltran's a puncher. So if he fights like a Corolla, Anthony Corolla over Ray Beltran, when you could, that to me that shows that he's like wants to take it easy a little bit more after a tough fight with Linares. Anyway, I'm about to go watch this game. Shout out to y'all. Make sure you smash the like button. We working. I'll probably be back later. I'm gonna watch this ESPN fight. Shout out to Jerwin and Casas. Top Rank has a card today in Fresno, California. Was gonna go, but I have some stuff to do, and I'm going out to Napa tomorrow. Make sure y'all smash the like button as always. Hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video is